guys, this is Tracy with Inside Pool Magazine. They call me the Diva.
I'm Nicholas DeLeon, and they call me Night Gone Kid.
Go ahead, Sophia.
Hi, I'm Sophia Mast. I'm the Pink Dagger.
And Miss Precilia.
I'm Precilia, Kingsley, Killer P.
All right,
guys.
We
need to put that in there, too. Yes.
Yeah, we need to start putting you guys' little nicknames in there. We have to get familiar with you, a bunch of little killers we've got going on out there in the pool scene. I mean, you guys are the talk of the town here lately. But the reason why we're here, Sophia, would you like to do the honors?
The reason why we're here is because Precilia got a ticket into the Moscone for the juniors.
Congratulations, Priscilla.
Yeah.
Welcome to the club.
Thank you.
Nick, do you have any questions for Priscilla?
Yeah, let's start off with where you're located and how old you are and how long you've been playing.
I'm located in Roanoke, Virginia, home of the Wolf's Den.
Woohoo!
And I'm 15 years old, and I've been playing for a little over a year and a half.
Awesome.
Hey, we're in sync. Hey, you get to buy me a Coke, Nick.
Yeah.
So, are both of you guys at Hard Times this weekend, or is it just Sophia?
It's just Sophia.
Yeah.
I have school coming up, so it's a little bit tough.
Yeah, those of us over here on this side of the country, we're going back to school a little earlier. We got out in the early part of June, the late part of May. So a lot of our kids are going back to school. Priscilla, when do you start back?
I start back August 11th.
Oh, wow. My oldest started on the 21st, I think. And then my two youngest started this week.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I start on the 10th.
Oh,
10th.
That's right. You're over in
regular school.
Regular school.
Okay. She's in Florida, so yeah, we all go back a little early because we get out early here, so we all go back a little earlier. Sophia is currently down at Hard Times. Sophia, what's the scene like over there where you guys are?
It's amazing. The pool hall is so great, and I'm excited to play in the 10,000 added tournament.
We wish you the best of luck.
That's awesome. Have you been able to play in the new Predator cloth at all?
Yeah, it's really good. It's really smooth and it's nice.
Yeah, it's a lot better than their last edition, and I was very impressed with it. I jumped on Post Up and we were talking about it because the other side of the room has the older edition, I believe, but the diamonds are all new edition, and I was very impressed with how well it played. It wasn't sliding on glass. It wasn't like you barely touched the ball and the ball took off. You had to do a little bit of a stroke to it.
Cool. Yes. Priscilla, when is your next tournament?
My next tournament is the JIC in Iowa, which I believe is the 18th and 20th of this month.
Okay, well, we wish you the best of luck on that one. When was the last tournament you played in, and where did you place?
It was, oh my gosh, it was the last JIC. Sophia knows where. It was West Virginia.
West Virginia.
Yes, West Virginia.
Man, you ladies are traveling more than I'm traveling.
They're busy.
Hats off to your parents, though. Hats off to your parents for sure for doing all the hard work for you guys and sacrificing and all that. Because I remember my mom at 15, 16 years old, my mom was taking me to a bar to play in tournaments because I couldn't get in by myself. So I understand it, but back then I wasn't familiar with all the junior play, all the junior nationals, or anything like that at my age. So I was going to all the little dinky bars and, placing and winning and whatnot. But I had my mom there with me the whole time.
You went through the school of hard knocks is what you went through.
Yeah. So it's great. It's great because
what most of you guys did, right? So when you guys first started out, most of you guys started out in your local areas?
Yes. Yeah.
What about you, Priscilla?
Yeah, I started out in the Wolf's Den and some other bars downtown here in Roanoke. But the Wolf's Den has been really nice to me.
They're very good people. Amazing. They are amazing people. And I got to meet them for the first time, I believe, It was the World 9 Ball, and man, we all stuck together. We all sat there and watched Shane go from match to match, from Ko to Chang to Alex to Albin. I mean, it was amazing, and they're really good people.
Mm-hmm.
There was a couple of questions that I usually do for my younger kids. Mako Tips in the house. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, Mr. Eddie.
Hey, what's up?
It's been a pleasure, sir. Mr. Mako Tips is the one helping you guys have this Moscone Cup type event. So he's a fantastic man.
Yeah, so make sure you find him on Facebook and do all the social media and all that good stuff.
Right. You guys are really good at that. We're having to learn that.
Hey, I think it's great. I think a lot of the top players should be doing the same thing that you ladies are doing. Because the more you guys do, the better it is for other fans, whether it's in the pool community or it's outside the pool community, right? They're going to see who you are. They're going to see your character. They're going to see, the smiles, the little frustration, and all that good stuff. What's up, buddy? They're going to see all that, and they get to know you through, live feed and live videos and watching, and not just watching you play pool. So it's good.
There's Bethany in the background. We got the whole gang.
Savannah.
They're saying hi.
Hi, guys. You can bring anybody you want to on, Sophia. This is your stream. You've got it. This is celebrating you guys, and we appreciate you guys and all the hard work that you put on out there, because you're paving the way for the kids that are under you. You've got so many kids that look up to you guys, and they are so excited to be able to sit right next to you playing in this tournament. You have no idea how excited these kids are. I'll be heading over to the state of Mississippi tomorrow, Nick, to put on our very first qualifying event to find out who the next two players will be to sit with this amazing group of youngsters that we have putting on a show for us in a couple of months.
Awesome. Sophia, you might actually have to take full control over my spot, because I'll be in Germany. I don't know if we can be doing the time difference because of where I'm going to be at. So
how long are you there, Nick?
I'm there until the 15th.
Okay.
Unless I don't do as well, then I'll be flying from there to Vegas, because my wife has the Arizona versus Vegas that Savannah is a part of as well.
Okay. Well, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll take care of it. I think Sophia, Precilla, and Joey and Bethany, I think one of us can take care of it.
I think you guys are going to be all good without me.
We'll just do all girls thing. That poor boy has no shot with us. So question, Precilla, when did you get started playing?
It was last year, or I think it was last year. It was the first JIC that got me into it. I ended up going 2 and out, and I think it was December of 2020, I believe, because we still had to wear masks. So
right, amazing. What is your Fargo rating right now?
I think it's a 15. Last I checked.
Nice. What about you, Sophia? I don't think we ever asked you. How old were you when you first started playing pool?
10. 10 years old.
We have a lot of 10-year-olds, Nick. A lot of 10-year-olds.
That's what I hear. It's ridiculous. I wish I started young. If I could go back in time but also come back and meet my wife at the same time, I would do it in a heartbeat with how I play right now.
You're so sweet. It's sickening.
Hey, I'm just saying, I'm like, I couldn't be doing just a year and a half ago, I was waking my wife up at 5 a.m. to watch all the big events with the guys.
I remember the Moscone Cup.
Yeah, you would have told me, I was going to be a part of it. I would have told you were crazy.
What events do you both really want to play in before your career's over? Which one do you want to win? Shane, that one was his. That was his top one. Which one is your top one? And, let's just say that it wasn't just the boys that get to play. Everybody gets the opportunity to win. Which event would you want to take down? Sophia?
Hi, Mike. I want to take down the WBA and also maybe a pros men event.
All right. You sound like April Larson.
Yeah.
What about you, Kingsley?
I'm definitely on the same basis with Sophia in trying to take over a men's event, but also probably a junior worlds and get a world championship title.
Nice. That's fantastic. Well, we won't keep you ladies because I know Sophia needs to be hitting balls, and I know that you probably have something else to do that would probably be way more fun than sitting here with two old people on a Friday.
No.
Nick probably needs to take a nap in a minute anyway.
No, stop it.
Now, if you guys want to hang out, Nick's going to tell us how his event went over at Hard Times and what he learned while he was over in Sacramento.
Man, Oscar and Desiree and their staff is absolutely amazing. I mean, man, they get it down. They get it taken care of. I mean, people come in on their days off or whatnot and make it work. You can just tell by their employees how well Oscar and Desiree run that place, and I mean, don't get me wrong. Also, you have to hats off to his dad Ernesto for doing all the tables with them and getting them all set up and everything for you guys. So, I mean, the guy's probably the best in the business, in my opinion. It was a long 2 days. I got in front Thursday, so I kind of relaxed a little bit, got used to the tables, and then Friday I kind of got in some action, and I did poorly, and I played poorly. And I was like, man, I go, what is going on with me? And I'm like, and I was just practicing at home, and everything was going smooth, everything was going right, but nothing was going right in the action wise. So I regrouped Friday night, and I just said, okay, I'll just wake up early, take a shower, eat, get there, and try to hit some balls. And I got about a 2 or 3 hour wait because there was so many people. So I got through my first couple, 2-3 matches. I come back on day 2 with more sleep. I make sure this is the thing. I know you ladies love to hang out with the juniors. I know you ladies love hanging out with your friends, but man, I cannot stress to you enough that sleep is so good for your game. I don't know if you guys are used.
So much partying, Nick?
Man, I'm telling you.
I told you about too many high twos before bed.
I'm telling you, but I just it's so important. So normally I was going to stay and watch the action and watch the big action that was going on. But I decided to get home at 11 and get a good 8 hours sleep. And I felt really good going into day 2. My first match, I win 7-0. I had the guy ask me hey, he's all, you're on in Fargo? I'm like, yeah, I am Fargo. He's always looking you up, but we couldn't find you. I go, oh no, I'm 7:30. I go, here I am. I go, I'm in there. You just have to put a space in my last name.
So, really?
Yeah.
Didn't know.
Yeah, and then I was playing this guy Skip. He's a local there. He plays really well. I get up 5-2, and I'm running out, and I have a easy 9 ball, and I rush it and I hang it, and I end up losing 7-5. And I'm just in my chair over with Melina, Mike, and with Desiree, and I'm just I don't mind losing and getting outplayed. When somebody actually beats you, but when you're handing the silver platter over to the people, it's those are the ones that really hurt, right? Those are the ones that man, if I could have just ran those last 3 balls, what the heck? And when you give those games away and you lose that set when you're up like that, it just it demolishes you. As in man, I'm here. I've been putting in all this work. So I regrouped and, I had a little good talk with Desiree and Melina, Mike, and I went to my next match. I went to my next match. Won. I got put on the TV table. I didn't play too well, but we went hill, and I broke around the hill case game, and then I had to play Spencer right after that, and Spencer played really well, and unfortunately, he missed a kick that I played safe with hill, and I won that, and then I had to play Margaret, and then I was down 4-3 on Margaret. I regrouped. I'm like, okay, 1 ball at a time, 1 rack at a time, and just kind of went with it, and I ended up coming back and beating her 7-4. And then Federer, I had a chance to beat Federer. I go up 2-0. I'm breaking. I have to play safe. I miss the safe. He runs that out. He breaks and runs. He breaks and runs. He breaks and runs. And then he makes a mistake. And I'm like, yeah, I go back at the table. And I missed the 3 ball. I'm like, man, I need to slow down. So what's really cool about you guys being streamed, and I'm telling you what, if I never got put on the live stream table at all, I would have never noticed this. But even the top professionals work on their game, right? So I found out during the live podcast, the live stream, I went back and watched my matches like I always do, win or lose. And I realized that on my last stroke, I'm pulling back too fast and I'm not even pausing, right? Where I'm used to having a slow pause and a pause and then I go through the ball. So I watched the whole entire match. I'm like, what am I doing? So I made a post on my page. I don't know if you guys follow me, but I made a post. I said, hey, I go lucky enough for post up, for, going and live streaming the event. I got to see what I was doing wrong and what cost me. And I went to the drawing board. I set up all 15 balls. I put one ball at a time at a spot, and I'm shooting in the corner pocket, and I'm working on my stroke. And, man, within 3 days, man, I feel like I'm back to normal. So it's just like, 3 hours here, 4 hours here, 5 hours here, just pocketing one ball in the pocket. And I feel so much better. I feel like my stroke even got a lot better. Like when I'm like, even like I have to slow down a little bit. So it just, even if you lose a match, please, the only advice I can give you is go back and watch why you lost. Like, you should have played safe instead of going for that hard shot. Or, hey, did I pull back too fast? Did my head come up? Like, all that stuff matters, right? And you guys play long enough and you guys play so much that sometimes you get into a little bit bad habits like I did. And I play not full top level, but I had a chance to have a chance to go close to beating Federer. I get up 2-0. I lose. I get down 4-2. I come back. I'm down 6-4, 6. I have a chance to go 6-5 my break, and I rush a 7 ball. And I literally just get down on it because it was easy, and I hang it up. And it's just one of those things that, like, it will sit with you until you fix that. And within the last 3 or 4 days, all I've been doing is shooting a ball in the pocket and videoing myself. So just know that even the top players work on their game when stuff is going wrong. So don't think that, oh God, because I'm a junior or because I'm 10 or 12 or 14 that I have to keep on working on my game. No, everybody's always learning and everybody's always working on their game. So, awesome. But it was a great experience out there. I took 4th and I felt good. I felt really good about it. It was a great event before Germany. Like I said, every event that Oscar and Desiree run at Hard Times is going to be one of my go-to spots, and especially with them, with Oscar and sponsor me and whatnot, is they help me out a lot as well. With not just getting places, but like information. And he kind of made fun of me this weekend because I walked up to him and I'm like, dude, I keep on miscuing on some draw shots. And he's like, when's the last time you did your tip? And I'm like, you're going to laugh at me. I really never touch my tip. I don't. And I'm telling you what, I'm like, and he looks at me and he's all. And I'm like, bro, I get it shaped. I get it taken care of. And I don't touch it. I play. And he's all, Nick. He's all, oh. So God.
It's true. You're my dominant. It's true.
and I'm like, and after a while they start talking to me about it, and it makes sense. Like, but nobody really like explained anything to me. Like, I come up, I play good, I get out, I run out. I miss you. I'm like, okay, I need some chalk or take more time. And he's all, no, dude. He's all, this is why. And I'm like, well, that makes more sense. So I messaged Philip and Oscar about what's the best tip tool because they were using on my tip before I had to play a couple matches on the B side. And he's like, if you win this tournament, I'm like, man, if I can draw a ball right. But I ended up
got Sophia, she would have helped you.
Yeah, hey, they weren't there, so we only had a select few juniors there. But I got to learn a lot. I'm always learning. I'm always taking information. But, if it wasn't for Oscar and Desiree and getting information and them helping me out, it's just everything works out for, a reason.
Outstanding pool players, man. I got a big surprise last night doing my podcast with one of my juniors. Michelle Neville just kind of spontaneously showed up.
Really?
Yes. I mean, the craziest thing, I was thinking about her. The child had won one of Larry's old pool cues.
Oh, really?
At an event, yes. And I was thinking about her, and boom, there she is. So it was an interesting podcast. Ladies, do you guys ever go back and watch your videos to see how you can improve as well?
Yeah.
Really? Well, I mean, I think it's a good thing. Back when 100,000 years ago, when I used to play pool, we play in front of a mirror. And that was just how we taught ourselves to pay attention. And then when the live streaming come out, especially on the phones, we would film each other, and that's how we got started, trying to see if our body alignment was correct. Because when you're at a tournament, people aren't going to say, "Hey, dummy, you're out of line."
No, true. And like even Alex Pagalian, if you go and watch his podcast with Joey Ryan and them, he says, and I mean, I have it like to the back of my head. Anybody can go out and throw 8 balls, 10 balls on the table and hit balls and say they're practicing. But it is how you're practicing, right? If your weakness is jacked up shots, then that's what you should be practicing for 8 hours or 5 hours or whatever the case is, right? It's like, he's like, it's how you practice is matters. And once you stick to that, when you go to the table, give yourself an hour. If you're horrible at breaking 10 ball, figure out breaking 10 ball. If you're horrible at certain cut shots, sit there and set them up with the dots and practice those cut shots. So I do the exact same thing. Like I'm good at jumping over balls, but as in jumping and making it or jumping and playing safe like Oscar does, it's a whole different ballpark. And you have to practice that, just like Germany came out with the 9 ball on the spot with the break from the box cut break. I've been practicing that since I got back from hard times. And I want to be able to get where I'm comfortable with it and not going, oh my God, do I move in? Do I move out? Do I sit here? What do I do? Do I switch sides? I don't want to be confused. So I've been working nonstop on that break. Like right before I had to go do that electrician issue, I was working on the 9 ball break, and it's brutal because you're racking for yourself and you're going back and you're like, okay, did I put bottom right on that, bottom left? Did I put middle? Like you just have to remember all that. But what's really good is that our phones are fantastic. And even Facebook, if you guys haven't done this, but I did it for my wife, Facebook, you can create your own group, right? Mm-hmm. And the people that will see it is only the people that you add to the group, right? So instead of you streaming it to your phone and then taking up all that memory in your phone, just go to that group that you created and go live in that group, and you'll be able to go back and watch it, whatever you practiced. Instead of just watching it from your phone, you can actually watch it and then stream it to your big screen or whatever, like I do. And that's what I do. So I have a Facebook group for just my wife and I. So whenever we practice, we go live in there, and then later we can go back and we can watch it. Or she'll practice when I'm not home, but I'll go back and I'll be able to watch it, find out what she's doing wrong or what she's doing good at. So as just another scenario, I mean, use your resources that you have. It's very, very great.
How was your mental progress during that last match, Nick? You said that you just let it get away from you. What was your thought processes during that last match with Federer?
So this is my second time playing Federer. In Illinois, I got to play Federer my second match in the big table 10 ball. And the same thoughts is like, I know I had to play perfect, or I'm going to make him work harder to win that match. Like, I'm still going to play the safe if I'm down. Like, for instance, I was down 7-2. I'm not going to take flyers because I'm down and we're going to 11. But I thought the same thing. I'm going to 7. I have a good chance. We're using the magic rack. My break is good enough where I have a chance to hold it. And I broke and ran the first one. I broke. I got lucky and I played safe on accident. He jumps. The ball comes off the table, which is very, very unlikely for Federer. So I run out there. I'm up 2-0. I break, and I'm like, my cue ball got away from me, so I'm stuck playing a safe on the 7 ball, on the 1 ball, and I play it, and it hits the 6 ball too thin, and it banks over to the other side. He runs that out, breaks and runs, breaks and runs, breaks and runs. I'm down 4-2 within the matter of probably 2 minutes, and I'm just like, man, if I just hit that right, I'm like, and put him behind it would just be a different story. So you have to keep a positive attitude, because like what I've been telling my wife is that once you start thinking negative thoughts come, right? Negative performance comes. If you keep that positive attitude, whether you're winning or you're losing, just go, my next opportunity, and have an A, B, and C option. Don't always go, okay, I need to do offense here because I'm down. No, still play that safe. And that's what I did with Federer. I still played that safe. I still got back to the table again. But unlikely if he's going to kick the ball in, it's probably a higher percentage. But I'd rather him work harder than me going, oh, I think I can combo this hard, difficult shot, and then I leave him a straight and shot, and he's out. But I'd rather him work harder. So I played a safe on the 3 ball. He kicked and left me something. I ran that out. I made it 7-4. I break. I'm running out, and I miss a stupid 7-ball that I should never miss. And you just have to keep it going. I mean, I was happy about my performance the whole weekend. It's just that I knew that if I would have stepped back and took my time, since we don't have a shot clock, that things could have been differently. It could have been, I mean, it was an easy 3-ball out, and I could have been breaking 5-6, and I could have been possibly going 6-6. So it's just that you just have to keep a positive outlook and just never get down on yourself, because this weekend, I absolutely played horrible than what I'm normally capable of playing, and I had to keep my head on straight. I had to keep the positive. Okay, I just need another chance at the table. I just need another chance at the table. And I got those chances, and you have to attack, and you have to take advantage of it. So it's just your mental game. It's all, I mean, the game is what, 85, 90% mental, right? So you already know the shot. Just don't look at it going, oh, I'm down 6-5. I don't know if I can come back here, but still play that safe. Make it harder for your opponent. If she kicks it in, or if he kicks it in and gets out, he made a great shot and he ran out. But instead of taking a flyer and then hanging it up or leaving him straight in, then it's like a little different. So I just rather the guy outperform than me just giving it away.
Right. Good advice, Nick. Killer P, how do you handle the mental stress during a tough match?
Well, most times I just tell myself to calm down, and my hands normally get really hot, so I have to wipe them off a lot. But it's mainly just talking to myself. Like when you watch my matches, sometimes I move my mouth a little bit, and it's just like, Precilia, just slow down, calm down, just play every ball by itself and play the table, not the opponent. So
good deal. What about you, Sophia?
I just think of it as like you're playing yourself, and even if you're down, there's always a way to come back.
Absolutely. Good advice, ladies. Good advice. We had Mary Tam and April Larson on a few months ago after their showing over at the Texas Open with their doubles partners. And they had said there's a lot of mental stress for the ladies in competition-wise, especially when they're playing against the men. Do you guys feel any of that kind of pressure like the girls do?
For me, I find it's actually less pressure to play the men, because most people expect you not to beat them. So you kind of let out everything you have shine because you want to beat them, and if you lose, it's okay because it's expected. But if you win,
it's just like, hey, I'll bring it. If you catch it, then you catch it. If you don't, then oh well.
Yes.
What about you, Sophia?
It's definitely more or less stressful to play the men. 100%.
100%. Well, good. It seems like they're getting a different type of lesson than what we got when we were growing up. You know, it was a little tougher for us. They didn't let very many girls into the tournaments when I was playing. It was a no-no. So my grandfather used to dress me like a little boy. I had a baseball hat on and little boy's clothes. He said, no, you're playing in this tournament with my little tiny cube.
No, that's good. It's better for the ladies to play against the boys, in my opinion. Not just because they play better or they can play better, but you ladies could feed off of that, you know. Like it's good. Like my wife, I throw her in every, like, her Fargo's really low, but I throw her in the 550s and unders, the 600s and unders, 625s and unders. And I'm like, go get beat up. Like, go learn. Like, because that's what a lot of people don't do. Like, if they're a 450 Fargo, they're sticking with that 500 range and under, you know. And I'm like, this is how I got taught. Like, I got thrown in with the Wolves, and I had to play or I got murdered. And most of the time, you're going to get murdered on the table, you know, but you're going to learn. And all that pressure and all those nerves are going to go away after a while. And then when you actually get up to all connecting all the dots, everything is so much easier on the table, because now you're not thinking, oh my God, he's better than me, or she's better than me. Oh, what am I going to do here? Like, what is he going to do here? Like, all that just goes away.
Absolutely. I think once you get into your zone and you're confident on that you've practiced, you've done everything you possibly can to prepare for this moment, that you have to take each moment one moment at a time. You can't cut to the chase and to the end, because life just doesn't work that way. You have to experience each moment yourself. So your perspective would be totally different than your opponent's. So absolutely, Nick. I absolutely believe that. Each one of us are different. Some of us can deal with the stress a lot better than the others. I mean, the one thing that I found unique about Nick is he does not practice, nor does he ever wear earphones, ever. I've never seen the man with a headset in at all. And I'm like, how do you do that? He said, I just don't.
I used to. I started that, God, man, probably like 10 years ago. I used to wear headphones, and I probably played the best out of my life in headphones. And after the fact that I did that, I realized that all the big tournaments that you play in, you can't have headphones. So why have two different mindsets? Now you have a mindset where you're going to go play, and you can play at your normal bar, and you don't want to listen to the old guys talk or the people that are drunk, So you put your headphones in to block it out. Well, what happens if you're going to a big professional event? Like, hey, no headphones, and you're sitting there like, and then now you hear everything, right? You even hear the little crowd talking about, oh my God, he's on the 7 ball. It's kind of difficult. You hear all that.
He missed it.
Yeah. So you hear that. So if you can block all that out while you're down on a ball and not listen to anything, then it's almost like you're deaf, right?
You have some mental stamina for sure, Nick.
And that's what it is. And ever since then, I mean, people that wear headphones, the best part is when you're playing them and you're beating them and they finally take out their headphones and you're like, yeah, that's right. Like now you know. Like, I mean, it's like a positive. Like you're playing with something, and don't think negative. Oh, he has headphones now, he's not going to be able. But you can't think about what he's doing or what she's doing. So I took them out because I knew one day that I'd have the opportunity to go into bigger events that I couldn't wear headphones, and I didn't want that to be like a bother of me taking them out and then me I'm hearing everything, and now I'm trying to focus even harder. Right. So I just trained myself to play around loud areas and loud pool rooms and everything.
What about you ladies? You've learned to tune out the noise?
Oh yeah, definitely. I learned it, but it also comes with it. You always need to tune it out. And I never usually play with headphones. I did it once, and I didn't really like it, and so I really never play with headphones.
What about you, Killer P?
I played with headphones once, and I think I played the worst set of my life. So I haven't played since. But I play at bars, and so you have people talking all around you, people coming up, starting conversations, and you have to get back down on the table. So it's kind of like I'm practicing with the sharking around me. So it's kind of not really there anymore.
Awesome. I'm very impressed with you ladies. Absolutely. Well, Nick, do you have any more questions for the girls? We're going to let them run. I know Sophia's at hard times, and she probably has a couple of people she could be playing against right now.
No, actually, Sophia has a match tonight that she has to get ready for.
I do.
So you run off, little chickie, and we'll be cheering for you all day long, okay? Yeah. Good luck, Sophia.
Yeah, good luck and have fun, okay?
Absolutely.
Bye. Thank you, guys.
Bye, Sophia.
Bye, guys.
Thank you so much for being with us tonight.
Yeah, of course.
We'll see you next time.
Of course.
Well, Precilia, if there is anything else you would like to ask us, we're all down. You have any questions for Nick DeLeon?
I don't. Sorry.
Nick, you're just useless right now. Just as long as the house isn't on fire, we're safe.
Yeah, no, house is fine. House is.
Did you take the high cheese outside?
Yeah.
As you see, Nick and I have a unique relationship where I pick on him constantly.
Yes. Yeah, like my time on the post. Yeah, that's fantastic.
Well, you always ask, so I figured if I make it personal, you'll remember.
Yeah.
He gets me back, okay? He really does. He's just sneaky about it. I'm more open with my picking. Nick's more, I'll get you back when you don't realize it.
Yes, indeed.
Well, it's been fun, and we look forward to seeing you over in Georgia. And good luck on your next tournament. I know you have some fun things going on ahead. So if there's anything we can ever do for you, you just reach out. Nick's he's got all kinds of advice. You couldn't ask for a better person to have in your back pocket. I don't say this enough, but he has been one amazing friend to me, and he helps everyone that comes into his life. So welcome to the fold.
Thank you. But yeah, no, seriously, just
she got unhooked there.
Yeah, unhooked. Well, so no, congratulations to her and
absolutely
everybody else that's on the team already. You guys,
we're up to 4 now, and I decided, since everybody was like, "What is all girls team?" I was like, "Well, no, I just haven't gotten around to the boys yet." Right. So I'll grab one of those next week. We may just wait a week until you get back, and we can do 2 at one time.
That's fine. We can do that.
And I had a special request coming out of Wisconsin. They would like to do a podcast with the infamous Nick DeLeon. So you're going to be a busy man when you get home from Germany.
Oh, okay, because I have 10 days of freedom until I go to the Texas Open. So
Texas Open. Oh my gosh. I hate that I'm not going to be able to be there with you guys. It was so much fun last time. So I think you've got a good shot at that, Nick.
I'm working really, really hard on my game. I'm fixing it. Like I said, I realized what I did in hard times, and I wish somebody would have said something to me, but, not a lot of people notice or not a lot of people say anything. But going back and watching, like I made a post on Facebook. I mean, it wasn't like I was embarrassed from it. I just, when you kind of get out of your habit or out of your environment and you get excited on playing, especially top players, you tend to do stuff wrong. And you can see how Federer is destroying the United States is because his fundamentals and his play is spot on every
They're so far ahead of us. I mean, is it a training thing? I mean, when we had that discussion with him, their drills are slightly different. They play a slightly different types of games than we do.
But
I wonder if they're more.
Think it's that. I think it's the training that has to go into it. Like I know, like I said, I've noticed it this year being my first year out and everything, and me having a table at home has helped me out extremely. And I just feel that doing all of that work, it pays off when you go to these bigger events. So you just work on pieces of your game each day, and then you just keep a routine and you just keep on doing it.
Well, I'm telling you one thing. I was so excited. I was trying to watch what was going on at hard times, and then on top of the 100 other little things that I was trying to get done, because since we started this Moscone Cup Kids event, the picks and everything, it's like I'm getting all of these children trying to contact me to see how they can get into one of these events. And I'm like, well, what's Nick doing? I'm going over to see what your Facebook said. And my sister's like, give me that phone. What did I tell you? I told you not to be on the phone. So I was sneaking the kids' phones.
That's awesome.
I was like, come here. And he's like, what? I was like, pull up this account right here. This is the guy right here. And he goes, Mom told me not to. I said, I don't care what she said. So, yeah, we're all grounded, Nick.
Oh, well, I don't know. I get to have some fun tonight and play doubles with my wife before I leave for Germany tomorrow.
Fantastic. So, what time's your flight tomorrow?
I'm actually flying out at night. I'm doing it overnight, which I like because I eat a lot before I get on the plane, and then I take a sleeping pill, and I'm out the whole 11 hours.
And you'll be good when you get to Germany, that it's not going to, show up on anything weird?
No, it's a PM pill. It's a PM pill, like a NyQuil PM. So I just take that right when I get on the flight, and I have my snacks with me just in case I wake up in the middle of the night or whatnot.
Cool. Okay. Well, I'm not going to keep you because I know you got to get ready and you need to make sure that everything's kosher over in the garage. I hate for her to kill you.
No. Yeah, we fixed that problem. But I was just like, when I got back and I went to go pull it, I'm like, oh my God. I go, what did I do?
That's the scariest thing ever when you know there's something wrong, then you smell something strange. You're like, oh no.
No, and it didn't even smell in there. That's the thing. It was so weird. And thank God was looking down on us and saying, you know what? get this fixed before
you leave. That way Mama doesn't have to deal with it.
Yeah, so I'm doing I got everything this week taken care of, and I'm getting some more stuff taken care of before I leave tomorrow. So
all right, well, good deal. I won't keep you. I know you need to get ready and head on out. And Alejandro has something to say to you, Mr. De Leon. He says, when you come to Chicago, he wants to get in the box.
If I ever make it out there again, it all depends on the schedule. But yeah, I mean, I'm everywhere. So, I'm like, it's crazy. Like some of the events I actually am upset that I'm missing. But I'm trying to figure out a way to at least make my presence there and have fun and get all the events because, Predator and Match Room are doing so much. And on top of the pool rooms that are having big events and adding money, like this year is just,
you have been one busy bee.
Yeah. And it's been great. Like it's fantastic. I think this is the biggest thing I've ever been a part of for pool while in the US and out of the country. So I'm just grateful, and I'm happy that everybody is putting on events for us to play in, because if it wasn't for the pool rooms and if it wasn't for Match Room or Predator, we wouldn't have anything to play in. So hats off to them and credit to them for getting this stuff done, and I appreciate it. So
I have another question. Okay, Feder, him playing tonight against Chip, what do you think?
So Federer's a sponge. Federer's a sponge, and he takes in everything that he gets played on.
It makes you insane.
I'm telling you, this is why when it's like when you're so disciplined, when you see a shot, especially in one pocket, and you're like, how did that guy do that? Like Federer's gonna go do it until he does it, right? And he's gonna practice that shot and do it. Once he gets it down, now he's like, okay, where's the next one? Where's the next one?
He's not even been playing one pocket a year yet.
It's not about that. The guy's fundamentals and mechanics,
they're perfect,
and ball making ability is ridiculous, and it's very, very awesome to see because he's such a good kid. Like he has,
he is. He's a phenomenal human being.
He's not a bad pool, like a bad
He's not arrogant. He's none of those things.
No,
he's such a nice guy.
Yes, he's so cool. And I'm telling you guys, everybody that's out there listening, man, if you see the top professional players and you see guys that you like, man, go up to them, say hi, talk to them. They are not scary. I promise. Like
just me.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm saying just go up and have a good conversation with them. Like they'll sit there and talk to you. Don't think that, oh, I'm nobody. No, like, man, we're there to talk to you. We're there to have fun with you. That we're there to have a good time. You guys are another reason why we are where we're at. So, I mean,
absolutely,
we think our fans, our friends, our family, the pool community, the pool halls, Match Room, Predator for throwing all this stuff together. So, I mean, I appreciate everybody that does what they do. So.
Same for me, guys. If you see me at an event, just come up and talk to me. I'm mostly just scatterbrain. What Nick does is he brains like a big bag of high chews and he just does this. And it's kind of like,
it's funny.
You want me to be quiet now?
I opened my bag in California and they're like, oh my God, the high chew stories are real. And I'm like, yeah, I carry my high chews with me. Like they didn't think I guess it was a joke or whatever. And I'm there, I'm like getting my stuff out and they're like, you literally have high chews in your bag. I'm like,
you'll never guess what I did. Let me grab them.
Yeah, I don't go without them. Like, like people don't understand. Like
I pull with you.
Billiards probably has a lot of high chews now. You shouldn't be eating that.
Nick, there's 18 of these suckers in it.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you. Man, you guys try the high chews. Get them.
High chews they're awesome.
Yeah,
they're awesome. Usually, especially the kids at work, they're like, I know you have candy in your purse. And I was like, well, I did. Yeah. But, every time there's a little kid around, it's like, they're so cute. It's like, here, have a candy bar and go drive your mom nuts.
Right. No, it's great. Just getting everything ready, having fun, enjoying my life and with my family. I got to see all my kids, when I got back and we got to have
How are the kids taking that? Daddy is like,
my daughter's
doing something incredible right now.
Like my daughter Jasmine is like jealous, but I try to bring back stuff whenever I'm back. You know, I always think about my family because my family's everything to me and they're my number one. But there's you have to you have sacrifices, right? So I'm doing something that I love to do and I couldn't be doing it without my wife and my family and especially my sponsors as well. But you know, it's a big opportunity for me. I'm fighting with every life I have left. You know, if I play bad one day, I'm going to find out why, and I'm going to go and work on my game. It's nonstop. If I'm playing great, I'm still going to work on my game. It's improving everything, and that's why Federer is so good right now.
He is one phenomenal player. And ladies and gentlemen, today is the Diva and the Nikon Kids 2-year anniversary. Happy anniversary!
Yeah.
It was 2 years ago this coming up weekend that Nick and I first met each other at Iron City Billiards.
Yeah.
That was his debut into my life, and it's
I should have beat him.
We've had a trip.
Yeah, what a trip. Well,
and it all started with a bag of candy.
Yep.
When I tell you Nick is one amazing human being, I'm not lying. I don't go around here telling fibs. If you ever get a chance to sit down and to get to know me, I'm extremely honest. If you ask me a question, I'm telling you the truth, whether it hurts your feelings or not. So when Nick says that, hey, if I've got a jump cue you want to try out my cue, he's not lying, guys. No. His bag is literally open. If you're looking to buy a Q-Tech cue, Nick's there for you. He's got your back. So if you guys
I have raffles all the time too. Like you find me, you see me, you know, in Germany or in Texas or wherever I'm going next. Man, I'm telling you, like my bag is open. If you want to try the Propel, man, here you go. If you want to try, you know, the Avid, you want to try the Synergy Shaft, whatever it is, man, just come up and have a conversation with me. I'm completely open. I'm probably one of the easiest people to talk to. So, I mean,
Corby, you're late.
Yeah, he's late, but we'll have to catch it on the back end because we're almost done here. So, but it's just one of those things. You know, you're just getting stuff done, and you're doing what you can to enjoy life. And you know, like I said, I appreciate my wife and my family so much for letting me do what I love to do, and I couldn't do it without them. So,
Corby says he wants to try the new Air Rush.
Wrong product.
And Dory DeLeon is one amazing lady. I've gotten the opportunity. I can't wait to meet her, but we've spoken a couple of times on the phone, and she's such a lovely lady, and she's such an asset to your life. The DeLeons are just an amazing group of people. So if you guys ever get the opportunity to see either one of them, you know, sit down and talk to them. Humble people, fantastic people. And if you guys are out and about and you see the Diva sitting there at the bar, usually alone with my high shoes and probably about 3 or 4 little kids, because, you know, we're talking about stuff.
Yeah.
The meaning of life.
Yeah, it's all Q-Tech in my bag. I have everything Q-Tech in my bag. So the breech, the jump cue, the Synergy shafts, the Avid, I have it all. So.
And you're a Tom Chalk. Do you sell that?
Yeah, Tom Chalk and the Tom brake tip and jump tips is what I have on my stuff.
And if you guys are seeing me around, you can ask me about the Mako Tips products. I can pretty much steer you in that direction. I don't work for Mako Tips, guys. I work for Inside Pool Magazine, but I can get you in touch with people who have products. If you're interested, just ask me. I'm an open book. Just say, hey, do you happen to know who does this? And I can steer you in the direction of a professional player that probably has those products. But Nick is my bestie here on the show, so you know, we're Team Q-Tech here.
Yes. Well,
you head on out. I know you've got some stuff to do, and I appreciate you coming on and taking the time before you leave. And you give Dory a big hug for me. Would you like to plug those sponsors tonight, Nick?
Yeah. Well, first I'm going to say that Federer is up 10-5 against Chip right now. If you're not watching, because that's hey, I'm just going to give a little update because you know
it drives me crazy.
So Team Q-Tech is who I'm going for. It doesn't matter if he's playing Alex. It doesn't matter if he's playing Dennis. I have to stick with my boys. So,
I love Federer, but come on, Chip.
Yeah. So Q-Tech is my number one. Like I said, this products are amazing. They're coming out with brand new stuff. They're coming out with great stuff. They have fantastic stuff. And like I said, my bag is open for tryouts if you guys want to try out anything. Golden State Billiard Supply, Oscar Dominguez and Desiree. You need product. You need billiards equipment, whatever it is, felt, whatever it is, balls, whatever it is. Reach out to him. He's your man to go to. Co-Limousine Diamonds. If you're ever in Michigan, they take care of all of Michigan, and they'll be your best transportation and the best people to deal with out there. Mike Gwynn, Realty One Group. You have questions? You have anything about houses, renting, buying? He's the man for the information. Probably in the top 4 or 5% in Arizona. He's very, very good at what he does.
Awesome.
Dogging it.
Move.
Yeah.
That's
dogging it. You know, if you're dogging it, you just need to reach out to Melina, Mike, and Joey Ryan. Rass and Billiards. Amazing product, amazing tables. I appreciate everything that they do for me. Onboard sportswear. Now, here's the key. Nikon Kid. You go to their website, you reach out to them, and you want to place an order, whether it's custom jerseys you want to make or something you found online. Give them my code, and they will take care of you. 10% off right off the top. Doesn't matter if you order one, doesn't matter if you order 100 jerseys. But if you do that, I'm pretty sure you will get fully taken care of. Blood Money Billiards out of California. Another one of my sponsors helped me out. I appreciate him and everything he does for me. Digital Pool. Digital Pool is the tournament way. All their stuff that they're doing. If you're running tournaments, you're learning how to run tournaments. Reach out to Isaac and Digital Pool. They have no problem having conversations with you over the phone, during Facebook Messenger, whatever it is. They're awesome people to talk to and deal with. Tom Billiards, Tom Chalk, Break Tips. They're the fantastic stuff to use. They're the best stuff to use in my opinion. Inside Pool Magazine, thank you for letting Tracy and the Diva, myself, get this going and everything that you guys do for us. We appreciate it a lot. So that's it for me. I appreciate everybody. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you for being on tonight. Well, you know, I pretty much sponsor myself.
Yeah, right?
But I am a volunteer for the Juniors Billiard Scholarship Fund.org. So if you guys are interested in sponsoring a junior, please go over to that website. There is a place there for you to sponsor or host an event. Right now, we are just doing the 5 states. I will be in the state of Mississippi tomorrow. I'll be leaving here at 5 o'clock in the morning. Should be fun.
All right.
And because I didn't want to drive tonight, I wanted to get this podcast done for our juniors. You know, they come first, and you have to do what you got to do, Nick.
Of course. Yes,
so I'll be heading over to the state of Mississippi to the Dockery. So if you guys are in any of those areas that are close by and you can make it, the tournament starts at 12. Sign-ups are, the doors open at 11. You can pay when you get to the venue. Bring your junior down and let them show us what they got. I'll be doing live videos while I'm there. Hopefully I might see if I can find a little spot where I can just set up my cell phone so that we can get some of those matches in for you guys. Right. Like I said, I'm not quite sure. I haven't gotten to the venue yet, but it has a full menu, and it does have some hotels on the interstate close near the venue itself. So I'm looking forward to heading over to the Dockery tomorrow. Also, Mako Tips, www.makotips.com. This man is the one who's been spearheading this event for these juniors. We're also have a travel scholarship fund. With that juniors billiards scholarship fund, they will be giving away 3 kids. You have to sign up for the month of August. 3 kids will receive money for travel expenses. All they have to do is sign up, Nick. Doesn't cost them a thing. So if you've got any kids in the Arizona area, let them know. Sign up.
Yes.
We'll be giving some money away. We'll be raffling off 1 queue a month, and the proceeds from that queue, 100% goes into the scholarship fund for the travel expenses. So
awesome.
You guys get in on that. Anyway, other than that, that's pretty much a wrap, Nick. So I guess I'll see you. Make sure you plug me on any of the stuff that you're posting, because I want to keep up with it. You know, this is a big deal. I mean, we only got a few more months. How much longer is this tour on, Nick? How many more do you have?
End of October.
End of October, and then
I think they'll have everybody end of October for the Moscone Cup. If I'm correct, they'll have everything before November.
Okay, guys, follow this man. I mean, come on. How many family men that nobody's ever heard of is this close to getting on the Moscone Cup team? Only my friend, Nick DeLeon. Yeah. I'm going to run that promo video. This is the Diva signing out. We appreciate you guys tuning in tonight, and we'll see you on our next show. I'll be on next week with another kid, so you guys stay tuned. We're always up and about. So I'm going to roll that video right quick, and then we're going to say goodnight. You guys have a great evening, and we appreciate you guys following us. Good night, guys.
Bye, guys.